last year, this is probably my favourite event that's ever happened at a conference that I've emceed. Last year I was emceeing an event called the Australasian Osseointegration Society Conference. Now, for those of you who, like me when I was booked, had no idea what osseointegration is, it's dentists who specialise in teeth implants. Now, what I didn't know, but I was told then, is that these are the dentists that other dentists consider to be dull and unexcitable. So, you can imagine they've never ever used a professional MC, let alone anyone with humour. They've never had anything other than a conference chair or committee member go on stage and be the formal chair of the conference. Now, who here has been involved in a conference like that, whether it's medical or whether it's any other industry? Okay, it's quite a common thing out there, and it's anyway. Huge kudos to Briley McFarlane at MCI Australia for winning the AOS on board. I don't know how she did it, but let me tell you something that happened at that particular event. After some hesitation, the AOS board agreed to allow me to contact the speakers, right, all of whom were highly regarded international professors of dental surgery, or indeed dental surgeons themselves. And this is an important part of my preparation because by emailing the speakers in advance of the conference, I get to find out information that I would never find out otherwise, and that helps me write really interesting introductions for them. It also, secondly, helps me because it starts my relationship with the speakers well in advance of the event. Often I don't meet a speaker until 5 minutes there before they get up on stage. So I wrote to all the presenters, they wrote back, and one of them, a Belgian professor, Hugo de Bruin, wrote back saying, "Sorry Darren, I do not have more to say than what is in the abstract book. All the other things are more my personal life, and I want to keep them private. We are not used to these amusement acts in Europe." Now you're going, ooh, but to me that was a brilliant answer, because I knew to be gentle, very gentle, with Professor de Bruin in my introduction. I'll read you a little bit of it, okay? So just imagine that you're dentists. Next up, we're going to hear from Professor Hugo de Bruin, who's a full-time professor in the Department of Periodontology at the University of Ghent, a very picturesque town in Belgium. He's also the chairman of the Department of Periodontology and Oral Implantology at the University Hospital, also in Ghent. And he is very, very polite. In other words, he is a gentleman, a gentleman, and a gentleman. So, gentle things like that. And at the end, I finished by saying, "Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage the most famous person to come out of Belgium since Plastic Bertrand brought us the Saplan pour moi in 1982, Professor Hugo de Bruin." Now, guess what happened next? Okay? For sting music to accompany him to the stage, I chose that song, Saplan pour moi. Now, some people need a reminder, some are too young to remember. But there's Plastic Bertrand, and here comes the song. Right. So it wasn't a light melody. The audience, who were trained by me early in an event to actually clap, put a little effort into the clapping, clap in time to music that I select to play for speakers as they come to the stage, and to cheer. And, if they feel like it, to chant their name. They were playing along beautifully. They were clapping in time to the music, and they were chanting, "Hugo, Hugo." And Professor Hugo came to the stage amongst all of this atmosphere and energy, and against every single indication that he'd given in the lead-up, this conservative-appearing, 50-something-year-old Belgian dental professor came bounding onto the stage, singing every single one of them.